This is my 2005 G35 sedan. I bought it knowing it needed an engine. Now for the last 7 years, this car has been sitting in the back while I do other projects. What I thought was gonna be a simple VQ swap turned into something that's gonna be so much bigger now. After 7 years, the VQ is not the same as it used to be. So I decided to do what every car guy wants to do. Look for a LS. After many hours of looking on Facebook Marketplace, I found this right here. It's a 6.0 unknown condition that I bought for $800. Now I know it's a gamble, it's a used engine, but we're gonna tear it apart and we're gonna find out if it's good enough to bring this car back to life.
Now this is a Gen 4 LS style. It's a L96 from a truck, but it's an LS style engine. I got it for $800. We're gonna see if it's even a good engine. I mean, the heads look fine to me, so we're gonna at least get some money out if the engine's bad when I sell the heads. These go for like about $400 each, so it shouldn't be that bad. It doesn't have the AFM, or the valley cover would be different. I'm gonna put a picture of the one with AFM on it. AFM is the one that has the cylinder deactivation one to where it turns into a 4-cylinder, but it does have the VVT. We're not gonna use that as well, so I got a new cover for it. But first things first is we're gonna check if it's even a good engine. So let's pop these valve covers off, pop the head off, and see what we're working with. So the story with this engine is that supposedly it has bad lifters, so it was sticking when the truck was running, but bottom end should be good. Yeah, I don't really see anything wrong with these rockers. See, I don't see any metal on any other crevices, and it doesn't even look that varnished up. Looks like they did somewhat good maintenance on it.
While I'm pulling the top end apart, I should probably explain why I ended up with a L96 in the first place. When most people think LS swap, they usually think about the older Gen 3 engines because they're everywhere and they're generally easier to find and cheaper. But I specifically wanted a Gen 4 engine. Part of the reason is the improved block design, the better sensors, and the newer style. That sounds like a responsible answer. The real answer is a lot less sophisticated. A while back, I was watching another YouTuber and I saw an intake manifold that I thought looked absolutely amazing. And of course, after looking into it, I found out it only fits the Gen 4 engines with the square port heads. So naturally, instead of choosing an engine first and then buying parts, I picked an engine based on the intake manifold, which is probably one of the least financially responsible decisions I made on this project, and that's saying something considering this entire car has been sitting for 7 years. Thankfully, the L96 is still a great platform for a swap, so at least I can pretend there was some engineering behind the scenes. Now, let's see if my questionable decision making accidentally led me to a good engine.
Yeah, now that I got all the bolts out, the head is just held in place with the gasket. We should be able to just grab it and pull it off. Now this engine supposedly had like 180 something thousand miles. So let's take off this gasket. Honestly, it's just really carbon. A lot of carbon on there. But honestly, this engine looks good to me. It just has a lot of carbon on top, which is pretty normal for really old engines. The cylinder walls look good. I don't see anything strange. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good one. We're just gonna take off the trays. I think that's an 8mm as well. Pull the lifters out, see how they look. This one, I don't know if you guys can see, it's a little scratched right there, but still spins fine. I don't know if that's enough for the ticking that we're hearing. It's pretty good as well. Spins fine.
Now this is how the cylinder walls looked. They looked a little rough, but I can still see some cross hatching. With those vertical lines, feel smooth to the touch and everything. But I don't know, guys. But I don't know. Comment down below if you would have honed this or sent it to a machine shop. I feel like it looks worse in the video than it actually was. I decided to just run with it. So let me know what you guys think.
Okay, I got that impact right here is the Harbor Fry one. Got it on the 3rd setting. Fully charged. Let's see if we can take it off. Ah, like nothing. Thought it was gonna be harder than that. Yeah, everything looks pretty good. Let's take a look at those bearings. Those bearings. So this is the weak spot on the Gen 4s. The cam bearings, these ones look pretty good. They do have some wear on them, but definitely I've seen worse. With the copper showing, these ones are not showing the copper at all.
After looking everything over, I made the decision to move forward with the build. The engine wasn't perfect, but from everything I could see, it looked like a solid foundation for the swap. With the inspection complete, it was finally time to start putting things back together. After a lot of cleaning, parts, and late nights, the engine was finally ready to go into the car. And eventually, after 7 years of sitting, the G35 reached this moment. But finding out whether I made the right decision or not, did I actually buy a good engine? Or was I about to find out that I missed something?